September 1993. Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat shake hands. Hopes were high that peace between Israelis and Palestinians would finally come to the Middle East. But 2 decades on, such a peace remains as elusive as ever.
أوسلو لم يتضمن لا كلمة إنهاء الاحتلال، إنهاء الاستيطان، ولا كلمة دولة فلسطينية مستقلة.
Peres wanted to see a Palestinian state in Gaza and an Israeli-Palestinian Jordanian condominium in the West Bank.
In 1974, Arafat, known to his colleagues as Abu Ammar, addressed the United Nations. For the Palestinians and for the PLO, the event represented recognition for the Palestinian struggle.
إنها لمناسبة هامة أن يعود بحث قضية فلسطين إلى هيئة الأمم المتحدة.
The PLO gained stature at the UN, but it continued to reject Security Council resolutions 242 and 338. The resolutions demanded that Israel withdraw within what was called secure and recognized borders. But they did not precisely require Israel to withdraw to all land it occupied before the Six-Day War in 1967.
As far as the United States is concerned, any peace negotiations must be based on Security Council resolutions 242 and 338. We would strongly oppose any attempt to change.
These 2 resolutions were the framework for the 1978 Camp David Accords.
I would love to do that as soon as I can.
The Accords called not for a Palestinian state, but for what was termed Palestinian autonomy. In 1979, the Shah of Iran fled into exile. Israel lost an ally and a major oil supplier. The United States asked Norway to guarantee to sell its North Sea oil to Israel. Concerned about repercussions for its UN troops in Lebanon, Norway sent its diplomat Hans Longve to seek assurances from Arafat.
Mr. Arafat, after reflecting only for a few split seconds, he said, "I will have no objection to such a Norwegian guarantee to Israel on one condition. When I need a secret back channel to Israel, you provide it."
Yasser Arafat wanted the Norwegians to act as intermediary between himself and Israel.
The Norwegians and the Norwegian government were just shocked to hear the message coming back from Arafat. So from 1979 and every year from there onwards, the Norwegians tried to set up a secret back channel between the PLO and Israel. But Israel were absolutely not willing at all to listen to anything that a Norwegian could come up with from Arafat and the PLO.
In the mid-80s, the Labour Party in Israel formed a coalition government with Yitzhak Shamir's Likud party. Shamir gave a nod and a wink for Likud member Moshe Amarav to hold secret talks with Palestinian politician Faisal al-Husseini in Jerusalem. Discussions centered on PLO recognition of Israel, autonomy on the West Bank, and a federal relationship with Jordan. The so-called Amarav-Husseini plan became a model for the subsequent Oslo Accords years later. But all that was soon dwarfed by the outbreak of the First Intifada, a Palestinian uprising which took both Israel and the PLO by surprise.